and you violate it, you can be sent to prison for 20 years, and you would have to do half of that time before you would even be allowed to ask to get out early.
Yes, sir.
And that doesn't mean you would get out early.
The therapeutic community. So you're not allowed to have any contact with any of those people I mentioned. You're not allowed to have any more contact with your mother. You're not allowed to have any contact with your brother. If for some reason they want to have contact with you, then they'll need to file the proper cases or the proper motions to have that happen. But I'm not allowing the contact. In each case, did you review the documents entitled trial court certification or defendant's rights to appeal with your attorney? Did you understand it? Because these are, yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Because these are plea bargain agreements, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waived your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Because these are felony convictions, and because in cause number 2024 CR 012469, there's an affirmative finding of family violence. You're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what a weapon or ammunition is, you'll need to speak to an attorney. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, we can go off the record. Here's the thing.
Address the court
Yes.
before we go off the record.
All right, we're on the record. Yes.
I would ask that any monies that he pays once he is out on parole or once he discharges his sentence, that monies that he pays goes to the restitution. But I know how the parole board will be. They'll put some of that money to the fine the court assessed. I'd ask the court to reconsider the fines, or in cases, zero those fines out so that Mr. Baker, as a disabled veteran, can pay with his disability checks that he's not getting while incarcerated, can pay back the complainant in the case.
I'll make an, I'm not going to zero out the fines, but I'll make an order that the court is requesting that in cause number 2024 CR 012590, that restitution takes precedent over all fine and fees.
Thank you.
All right, we can go off the record. Here's the thing. I understand mental health, but you can't use your mental health as excuses to be violent towards people. You previously received help for that, and I guess, you didn't follow through. And you're saying that you don't have a drug problem, but your mom and your brother are saying you have a drug problem. Anytime you push your mom, hit your mom, sell her items, that tells me you have a drug problem. So you're going to have to look internally with yourself and find out what is going on with you and why you're doing what you're doing to your family. You understand? All right. When you're released from prison, if you can't find a place to go to get help, if I'm still here, you can come here. I'll find a placement for you. All right. Good luck to you.